What if I told you that wealth isn't something you chase, but something you attract? That prosperity isn't a prize to be won, but a force that flows naturally to those who align with its frequency? This is not just a theory. It's an ancient truth, passed down through whispers of time, hidden in sacred texts and guarded by those who understood its transformative power. Today you stand at the threshold of this knowledge, ready to awaken the magnetic force within you that draws abundance effortlessly into your life. Wealth is not about struggle. It's not about endless effort or chasing opportunities until you're exhausted. True wealth is about alignment. It's about becoming a living magnet for prosperity, a beacon that naturally attracts the resources, opportunities, and abundance you desire. As you listen, you'll uncover the sacred principles of magnetic wealth, the timeless art of drawing prosperity into your life. These teachings will awaken the dormant power within you, transforming your relationship with money, success, and abundance forever. Within these pages lies an ancient wisdom, guarded through centuries by those who understood its transformative power, the art of magnetic wealth. This sacred knowledge transcends the mundane understanding of material abundance. You now stand at the threshold of revelation, preparing to receive what countless generations have sought, but few have found. Wealth, in its truest essence, is not a prize to be pursued, but a force to be drawn forth. Like the moon commanding the tides or a lodestone pulling iron from sand, true abundance responds to an inner magnetism that you already possess, though it may lie dormant within. The universe operates through precise and unchanging laws. Just as gravity holds the planets in their orbits, the law of magnetic wealth governs the flow of abundance. This universal principle reveals that your relationship with wealth is not determined by action alone, but by the subtle vibrations you emit into the cosmic field. You have been taught to chase, grasp, and struggle for abundance. Yet these very actions push wealth further from your grasp. The ancient masters understood that wealth, like all universal forces, responds not to pursuit, but to alignment. When you attune your inner being to the frequency of abundance, you become a natural conductor of prosperity. Within you resides a wealth magnet, an innate power to attract abundance that has remained hidden beneath layers of limiting beliefs. This dormant force awaits activation through the sacred principles contained in these pages. What you hold now is not merely a book, but a key to forbidden knowledge, the very same wisdom that has created merchants, princes, and noble treasuries throughout history. As you turn these pages, you will awaken the sleeping giant within you, transforming yourself into a living magnet for prosperity in all its forms. This manuscript holds the power to revolutionize your relationship with abundance forever. Through its teachings, you will master the art of magnetic wealth attraction, allowing prosperity to flow to you as naturally as water flows downstream. Part 1. The Awakening of Wealth Consciousness. Chapter 1. The Hidden Law of Wealth Vibration. In the ancient city of Kashmira, a merchant named Hamid lived whose fortunes had dwindled to dust. His warehouses, once filled with silk and spices, now stood empty. In his desperation, he sought the guidance of a sage who lived in a humble dwelling at the city's edge. "My wealth has abandoned me," Hamid lamented to the sage. The sage smiled gently and replied, "Wealth cannot be lost, for it exists as a constant stream in the universe. You have merely stepped out of its flow." "Tell me," the sage continued, "when did you first notice your prosperity diminishing?" Hamid thought for a moment and answered, "When fear gripped my heart during the great drought." The sage nodded knowingly. "Ah, it was then that your inner vibration shifted from abundance to scarcity. Like a musical instrument that has fallen out of tune, you simply need to realign with wealth's eternal frequency." Through the sage's guidance, Hamid learned to quiet his fears and attune himself to the vibration of abundance. Within months, his warehouses were filled once again, not through desperate action, but through magnetic attraction. This timeless truth reveals the hidden law of wealth vibration. Your relationship with abundance operates on an energetic level far deeper than mere action. Every thought you hold and every emotion you nurture emanates a frequency into the universe. This vibration either attracts or repels the natural flow of wealth. When your inner state resonates with abundance, You become a natural conductor of prosperity. Yet when fear, doubt, or unworthiness cloud your energy, they create static that disrupts this divine connection. Consider the tale of Ming, the fisherman of the Pearl River. Day after day, he cast his nets with increasing desperation, stirring the waters into muddy turmoil. His catch grew smaller with each attempt until an elder fisherman shared a secret passed down through generations. First, be still and let the waters clear. Ming learned to wait in patience until the waters calmed. In that clarity, the fish were naturally drawn to his nets. His surrender to stillness yielded more abundance than all his frantic efforts combined. To align with the vibration of wealth, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and allow your breath to become steady. Imagine a golden light of prosperity flowing through the universe, the eternal wealth frequency that permeates all existence. Feel this light entering through your crown, filling your entire being with its radiant abundance. Let your energy field harmonize with this frequency, like a tuning fork adjusting to perfect pitch. Remain in this state of receptive alignment for several minutes, knowing that you are attuning your personal vibration to the natural frequency of wealth. Practice this alignment daily, preferably at sunrise or sunset, when the veils between the physical and spiritual realms are thinnest. Chapter 2. Shattering the Illusion of Scarcity. In a realm of endless bounty lived King Armin, whose orchards stretched beyond sight, bearing fruits of every kind imaginable. The trees never ceased their giving, producing sweet abundance through all seasons. Yet, despite this infinite provision, Armin ordered his servants to gather and store every fruit that fell, filling countless storerooms until they overflowed. "We must prepare for the coming famine," he would insist, though no famine had ever touched his lands. Each morning, fresh fruit appeared on every branch, replacing what had been gathered. Still, Armin's fear grew alongside his hoarded wealth. His obsession with gathering and storing left him blind to the perfect cycle of abundance surrounding him. One day, as he inspected his rotting stockpiles, wisdom finally dawned. The land had never ceased its giving. It was his fear of scarcity that had created waste where abundance was meant to flow. You, too, live in a universe of infinite provision. Yet, like King Armin, you may have been conditioned to see scarcity where abundance flows freely. This illusion of not enough is merely a veil cast by fear, obscuring the endless stream of prosperity that surrounds you. Look to nature. Does the sun hold back its light, fearing it might run out? Do the seasons withhold their eternal cycle? Does the ocean become less full with each wave that crashes upon the shore? The universe operates on principles of abundance, not scarcity. This truth is illuminated in the tale of Karim, a traveler crossing the vast desert. His water depleted, fear consumed him as he trudged through endless sand. "I will surely perish in this barren waste," he lamented, not realizing he had stopped directly above an ancient spring. In his panic, he missed the subtle signs of water beneath his feet, the slightly greener vegetation, the morning dew, the cooler sand. Only when he calmed his frightened mind did he notice these markers of abundance, leading him to the life-giving water just inches below the surface. Like Karim, you may be standing upon your own wellspring of abundance, while your belief in scarcity blinds you to its presence. The world overflows with prosperity. It awaits only your recognition. Take your journal and write 20 instances of abundance in your life. Begin with the obvious: the air you breathe, the sun that rises each morning, the beating of your heart. Then move to the less apparent: a kind word from a stranger, the wisdom gained from a challenge, the opportunity hidden in a setback. As you document these proofs of abundance, feel your awareness expanding to recognize the infinite ways the universe provides for you. This practice dissolves the illusion of scarcity, attunes your vision to abundance, and aligns you with the natural flow of prosperity. Chapter 3. The Forbidden Knowledge of the Wealth Gate. In the ancient mountains of the East, there lived a wanderer named Raman, who searched endlessly for the legendary Gate of Fortune. Tales spoke of untold riches that awaited beyond its threshold, drawing seekers from distant lands. After years of searching, Raman finally discovered the massive stone gate, its surface adorned with intricate symbols that seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy. Yet when he approached, he found no lock, no handle, no visible means of entry. For days he attempted to solve its mystery, using every physical method to breach the barrier. Exhausted and frustrated, he slumped against the cold stone. Then an aged mystic appeared, watching Raman's struggles with knowing eyes. "The key you seek cannot be held in your hands," the mystic said. "The gate opens only to the unseen key of belief." The power of belief shapes your reality with an authority that surpasses all physical laws. Within you stands your own wealth gate, a portal to abundance that responds not to force or strategy, but to your unwavering faith in your worthiness to receive. This truth manifests in the tale of Maya, a young child whose grandmother promised her a precious gift. "Close your eyes and hold out your hands," the grandmother instructed. But Maya, filled with doubt, kept peeking and pulling her hands back, uncertain of what might come. Each time she did so, her grandmother withdrew the gift. Only when Maya finally trusted, keeping her eyes closed and her hands steady, did she receive the beautiful crystal pendant her grandmother had been trying to give her all along. Her trust became the key that unlocked her gift. Like Maya, you must cultivate absolute trust in your worthiness to receive. The universe stands ready to deliver abundance through your wealth gate, awaiting only your deep, unshakable belief that you deserve its gifts. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Visualize before you a magnificent golden gate, its surface gleaming with ancient symbols of abundance. Feel its energy resonating with your own. As you stand before it, acknowledge any doubts or unworthiness that have kept you from opening this gate before now. Let these dissolve as you affirm your divine right to prosperity. See yourself holding the unseen key of belief. Feel it warming in your hand as your conviction grows stronger. Watch as the gate begins to respond to your unwavering faith, its surface glowing brighter. As your certainty in your worthiness reaches its peak, visualize the gate slowly opening, releasing a flood of golden light that surrounds and fills you with the energy of abundance. Chapter 4. Your mind is the key to the vault of fortune. In the ancient city of wisdom, there lived a scholar named Thaddeus, who devoted his life to uncovering the secrets of wealth. Tales whispered of a legendary vault containing endless riches, hidden somewhere within the city's sprawling library. Day after day, Thaddeus searched through countless scrolls and ancient texts, believing the vault's location lay encoded within their pages. Years passed as he examined every corner of the library, until one night, exhausted from his search, he fell into a deep meditation. In that moment of stillness, a truth dawned upon him. The vault he sought wasn't hidden in the physical world, but within the sacred temple of his own mind. Your mind holds the master key to all fortune. Like a vault that stores precious treasures, your consciousness safeguards the blueprint of your wealth. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, becomes the architect of your financial reality. The walls of this vault are built from your convictions, its locks forged from your expectations. Within this mental vault lie the seeds of every possibility, abundance or lack, wealth or poverty. Your thoughts are the golden coins that fill this treasury, multiplying or diminishing according to the patterns you maintain. In a distant village lived Ibrahim, a masterful blacksmith known throughout the land. Each day he would heat his iron in the blazing forge, striking it repeatedly with his hammer until it took the shape he envisioned. Visitors often marveled at how he could transform crude metal into objects of beauty and purpose. The secret, Ibrahim would say, lies not in the strength of the blow, but in the clarity of the vision and the persistence of the shaping. Just as Ibrahim shaped his iron with purposeful strikes, you must shape your thoughts with conscious intention. Take now your journal and inscribe within it 10 beliefs that have limited your connection to wealth. These are the rusty locks that have sealed your vault of fortune. Next to each, forge a new truth, one that will serve as a golden key to unlock your prosperity. Where you once wrote, "Money is hard to come by," now inscribe, "Wealth flows easily into my life." Where "I never have enough" once stood, write, "I am a magnet for abundance." Transform "Rich people are different from me" into "I am worthy of great wealth." Let each new truth be a hammer strike, reshaping the metal of your mind until it gleams with the brilliance of possibility. For in this sacred act of transformation, you begin to unlock the infinite treasures that have always existed within your mental vault. Chapter 5. Feeling is the magnet of wealth. In the sun-drenched hills of an ancient village lived Marcus, an artist whose works captured the very essence of life itself. While other painters sought the finest pigments and brushes, Marcus would sit in silence before his canvas, eyes closed, feeling the colors within his heart. Only when the sensation grew so strong that it seemed to pulse through his veins would he lift his brush to paint. Those who witnessed his process often questioned his methods, but none could deny the power of his finished works. Each painting seemed to radiate the very emotion that inspired it, touching viewers in ways that more technically perfect pieces could not achieve. The secret of manifestation lies not in the thoughts you think, but in the feelings you cultivate. Your emotions are the sacred flame that ignites the law of attraction, transforming mere wishes into magnetic forces that draw wealth toward you. When you understand this truth, you grasp the very essence of abundance creation. Your feelings are the hidden frequency that broadcasts your desires to the universe. Think of them as invisible threads that weave the tapestry of your reality. When you feel wealthy, truly feel it in every cell of your being, you activate a magnetic force far more powerful than any mental assertion. In the bustling marketplace of Isfahan, there lived a beggar named Karim, who spent his days asking for coins. One morning, inspired by a dream, he decided to imagine himself as a king. He straightened his posture, walked with dignity, and allowed himself to feel the nobility he imagined. Though his clothes remained tattered, something in his bearing changed. People began to notice. Where before they had hurried past, now they paused. They saw not his outer poverty, but the inner richness he projected. Soon gifts began to flow, not just coins, but opportunities, kindnesses, and eventually true prosperity. To activate your own wealth magnet, find a quiet space each day where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and allow yourself to feel the sensation of having received a substantial sum of money. Experience the lightness in your chest, the smile that naturally forms on your lips, the relaxation in your shoulders as all financial worry dissolves. Feel the freedom, the security, the joy of abundance flowing through you like a golden light. Let this feeling permeate every cell of your body for 5 full minutes, allowing it to radiate from your core to your fingertips. Notice how your breath becomes deeper, more peaceful, as you embrace this state of perfect prosperity. This is not mere imagination. It is the activation of your wealth frequency, broadcasting your alignment with abundance to the universe like a beacon calling to its matching vibration. This practice of feeling abundance is not just a mental exercise. It is a profound energetic shift. When you feel wealthy, you are no longer chasing wealth. You are embodying it. The universe responds to this energy, aligning circumstances, opportunities, and resources to match the vibration you are emitting. Think of a tuning fork. When struck, it vibrates at a specific frequency, and nearby objects naturally begin to resonate with that same frequency. Your feelings work in the same way. When you vibrate at the frequency of abundance, the world around you begins to resonate with that energy, drawing wealth into your life effortlessly. But beware of the trap of doubt. If you allow fear, worry, or disbelief to creep in, you disrupt the signal you are sending to the universe. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but constantly switching the dial. The universe cannot deliver what you desire if your signal is inconsistent. This is why consistency in your feelings is so important. Practice daily, and over time, you will notice subtle shifts in your reality. Opportunities will appear where there were none before. Resources will flow to you in unexpected ways, and most importantly, you will feel a deep sense of peace, knowing that abundance is already yours. Remember, the key to activating your wealth magnet is not just thinking about abundance, but feeling it with every fiber of your being. Let your emotions become the fuel that powers your magnetic field, and watch as the universe responds in kind. Chapter 6. The Wealth Mirror. In a small village nestled among ancient hills, there lived a mirror maker named Ibrahim, who crafted mirrors of exceptional beauty. Yet as his skill grew, he noticed something peculiar. Each mirror he created began to show subtle distortions. Some made wealthy merchants appear poor, while others made the poor appear wealthy. Try as he might, Ibrahim could not create a mirror that showed true reflections. One day, a wise woman visited his shop and revealed the truth. "The distortions in your mirrors," she said, "stem not from your craftsmanship, but from your own distorted view of yourself. Only when you learn to see yourself clearly will your mirrors reflect true images. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner reality. The wealth you see or do not see in your life reflects the beliefs you hold within. Like Ibrahim's mirrors, your financial circumstances show you exactly what you believe about yourself and your relationship with abundance. When you look at your bank account, you witness not just numbers but the sum total of your thoughts about money. When you examine your income, you see not just earnings, but the reflection of your sense of worth. Every financial situation you encounter serves as a mirror, showing you the beliefs you hold in your depths. In the vast expanse of the desert, a merchant named Talib journeyed toward what appeared to be a gleaming city on the horizon. Hour after hour he walked, yet the city remained ever distant. Exhausted and nearly without hope, he met a desert guide who explained that what he saw was merely a mirage, a false horizon created by heat and light. Like Talib's mirage, your perception of financial lack may be an illusion created by distorted beliefs, a shimmering deception born from the heat of your fears and doubts. The limitation you see on the horizon is not your destination, but a reflection of your inner landscape, a projection of thoughts that have taken shape in your mind's eye. Just as the desert guide showed Talib the truth behind the false city, you too must learn to distinguish between what appears to be and what truly is. Take time now to examine your financial reality as though looking into a mirror. Write down what your current circumstances might reflect about your inner beliefs. Do you see patterns of scarcity? What thoughts about money might have created these reflections? Next, write the beliefs you wish to see mirrored back to you. For as the mirror maker learned, when you change your inner vision, your outer reflection must follow. Chapter 7. The Money Myths You Must Destroy. In a valley sheltered by towering mountains lay the town of Silverton, where for generations the people lived under what they called the curse of gold. They believed that any who accumulated wealth would suffer misfortune. When merchants prospered, townspeople whispered of impending doom. When farmers had abundant harvests, they quickly traded their surplus for less valuable goods, fearing the curse's wrath. Year after year, Silverton remained poor, not because of any real curse, but because of a belief that had woven itself into the fabric of their society. The curse existed only in their minds, yet it shaped their reality as surely as the mountains shaped their valley. The myths you carry about money hold the same power over your life. These beliefs, passed down through generations, whisper in your ear that money is the root of evil, that wealth corrupts, or that you must struggle to succeed. Like invisible chains, these myths bind you to patterns of lack, restricting the natural flow of abundance. Yet these beliefs are as imaginary as Silverton's curse. They persist not through truth, but through the power of collective acceptance and unconscious repetition. In a distant kingdom lived a young boy named Malik, who believed monsters lurked in every shadow. Each night he would see their shapes in the darkness, hear their movements in the silence. His fear was so real that he refused to leave his room after sunset, limiting his entire world to the space he deemed safe. One day his grandmother gave him a crystal that she said would reveal truth from illusion. When Malik finally gathered the courage to look at the shadows through the crystal, he saw only what truly existed: branches swaying in the wind, curtains moving in the breeze. The monsters had never been real. Your money myths are like Malik's monsters, imaginary barriers created by misunderstanding and fear. Through the crystal of awareness, you can see these myths for what they are: stories that have no power except what you give them. Take a moment now to uncover the money myths that have shaped your reality. Write down 3 beliefs about wealth that you inherited in childhood. Perhaps you learned that money doesn't grow on trees, or that rich people are unhappy. For each myth, create an affirmation that speaks a new truth. Transform "money is the root of all evil" into "money is a tool for creating good in the world." Replace "I must struggle to succeed" with "success flows to me with ease and grace." Through this practice, you begin to dismantle the invisible walls that have contained your prosperity. Like Malik seeing through his crystal, you too can perceive the truth. The only real limits to your wealth are the ones you choose to believe in. As you examine each belief with the clear eyes of awareness, you'll notice how these self-imposed boundaries begin to dissolve, revealing the infinite possibilities that have always existed. The universe, in its boundless abundance, has never placed restrictions on your wealth. It simply awaits your recognition of this eternal truth. Chapter 8. The Role of Gratitude in Wealth Creation. In a land of rolling hills lived Ibrahim, a treasure hunter whose days were spent searching for buried gold. Each morning he would set out with his tools, passing by abundant fruit trees and rich soil that provided his daily sustenance. Yet in his relentless pursuit of hidden riches, he never once stopped to thank the earth that fed him. Placed restrictions on your wealth. It simply awaits your recognition of this eternal truth. Chapter 8. The Role of Gratitude in Wealth Creation. In a land of rolling hills lived Ibrahim, a treasure hunter whose days were spent searching for buried gold. Each morning he would set out with his tools, passing by abundant fruit trees and rich soil that provided his daily sustenance. Yet in his relentless pursuit of hidden riches, he never once stopped to thank the earth that fed him. Year after year, Ibrahim grew poor despite his endless searching. The fruits from the trees became less sweet, the soil less fertile. One night an ancient voice spoke to him in his dreams. You seek treasure in the ground while ignoring the bounty that sustains you. Your ingratitude has created a barrier between you and true wealth. The universal law of gratitude operates with unwavering precision. When you acknowledge what flows into your life, you open the channels for more to arrive. Your appreciation acts as a magnetic force, drawing greater abundance toward you. Each thank you uttered with sincerity becomes a seed of future prosperity. Many seek wealth while overlooking the abundance already present in their lives. A warm bed, clean water, the air you breathe. These are treasures beyond measure. When you shift your attention to what you have rather than what you lack, you align with the natural flow of abundance. Gratitude is not merely a polite gesture or a fleeting emotion. It is a powerful, energetic force that transforms your relationship with abundance. When you express gratitude, you shift your focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from lack to plenty. This shift in focus alters your vibration, aligning you with the frequency of wealth. The universe in turn responds to this alignment by delivering more of what you are grateful for. Consider the story of Amina, a farmer who lived in a drought-stricken land. Her neighbors lamented the dry fields and cursed the skies for withholding rain. But Amina, instead of focusing on what was missing, gave thanks for the small stream that still trickled through her land. Each day she expressed gratitude for the water she had, no matter how little it seemed. She used it wisely, nurturing her crops with care. Over time, her gratitude and resourcefulness transformed her barren fields into a thriving oasis. Her neighbors, still consumed by their complaints, watched in awe as her farm flourished. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. It is a practice that requires consistency and sincerity. Begin each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. These can be as simple as the sunlight streaming through your window, the food on your table, or the opportunities that lie ahead. As you write them down, take a moment to truly feel the gratitude in your heart. Let it expand within you, filling you with a sense of peace and contentment. Throughout your day, look for opportunities to express gratitude. When you receive a kind word, a helping hand, or even a small financial gain, pause and say, "Thank you." This simple act reinforces your alignment with abundance and strengthens your magnetic pull for wealth. Remember, the universe mirrors your energy. When you radiate gratitude, you send a powerful signal that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It transforms every moment into a stepping stone toward greater prosperity. Chapter 9. The Power of Giving and Receiving. In a bustling marketplace, there lived a merchant named Elias, known for his generosity. Each day, he would give freely to those in need, food, coins, and even advice. His neighbors often questioned his actions, warning him that his giving would leave him with nothing. Yet to their astonishment, Elias's wealth only grew. No matter how much he gave, more seemed to flow back to him in unexpected ways. One day, a curious traveler asked Elias the secret to his prosperity. Elias smiled and said, "Wealth is like the river that flows through our village. If we try to hoard the water, it becomes stagnant and lifeless. But when we allow it to flow freely, it nourishes everything in its path and returns to us in abundance." The principle of giving and receiving is one of the most powerful laws of wealth creation. When you give freely and with an open heart, you activate the natural flow of abundance. Giving is not about losing or sacrificing. It is about creating space for more to flow into your life. The act of giving sends a message to the universe that you trust in its infinite supply, and this trust is rewarded with greater prosperity. However, giving is only one side of the equation. To fully align with the flow of abundance, you must also learn to receive. Many people struggle with receiving, feeling unworthy or guilty when wealth or kindness comes their way. This resistance creates a blockage in the flow of abundance, preventing it from reaching its full potential. Imagine a fountain that overflows with water. The water must flow freely in both directions, outward and inward, for the fountain to remain full and vibrant. If the flow is blocked in either direction, the fountain dries up. Your relationship with wealth operates in the same way. To maintain the flow of abundance, you must give and receive in equal measure. To practice the art of giving, start small. Give a kind word, a helping hand, or a small financial gift to someone in need. Give without expectation, knowing that the act itself is its own reward. To practice receiving, pay attention to the gifts that come your way, whether it's a compliment, an opportunity, or a financial blessing. Accept these gifts with gratitude and grace, knowing that you are worthy of abundance. The balance of giving and receiving creates a harmonious flow that sustains and multiplies wealth. When you embrace this principle, you become a conduit for prosperity, allowing it to flow through you and into the world. Chapter 10. Recognizing the wealth within. In a distant kingdom, there lived a prince named Aaron, who spent his days searching for a legendary treasure said to grant eternal wealth. He traveled far and wide, consulting sages, exploring hidden caves, and braving treacherous seas. Yet no matter how hard he searched, the treasure eluded him. One day, weary and defeated, he returned to his palace and collapsed in his chambers. As he lay there, his gaze fell upon an old chest that had belonged to his ancestors. Out of curiosity, he opened it and discovered a map. To his astonishment, the map revealed that the treasure he had sought all his life was buried beneath the very palace he called home. Like Prince Aaron, many of us spend our lives searching for wealth outside of ourselves, believing it lies in distant lands or unattainable goals. Yet the greatest treasure of all resides within. Your inner wealth, your talents, passions, creativity, and unique gifts is the foundation of all external abundance. When you recognize and cultivate this inner wealth, the outer world naturally reflects it back to you. The journey to recognizing your inner wealth begins with self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your strengths, skills, and passions. What comes naturally to you? What brings you joy and fulfillment? These are the treasures that lie within, waiting to be uncovered and shared with the world. Consider the story of Layla, a seamstress who lived in a small village. For years, she struggled to make ends meet, believing her work was ordinary and unremarkable. One day, a traveler passing through the village admired her craftsmanship and offered to buy one of her garments. Encouraged by his praise, Layla began to see her work in a new light. She realized that her talent was a gift, and she began to share it with others. Over time, her reputation grew, and her small shop became a thriving business. Layla's wealth was not something she found. It was something she created by recognizing and valuing her inner gifts. To connect with your inner wealth, start by writing down 3 things you love to do and 3 things you are naturally good at. Look for ways to combine these passions and talents into something that adds value to the world. When you align your actions with your inner wealth, you tap into a limitless source of abundance. Remember, the wealth within you is the seed from which all external prosperity grows. Nurture it, honor it, and share it with the world. When you do, you will discover that the treasure you sought was never outside of you. It was within you all along. Chapter 11. The wealth of time and energy. In the bustling city of Meridian, there lived a clockmaker named Elias, renowned for his intricate timepieces. People traveled from far and wide to purchase his clocks, marveling at their precision and beauty. Yet despite his success, Elias was always in a rush, constantly working to meet the demands of his customers. One day, an old traveler visited his shop and asked, "Elias, you have mastered the art of measuring time, but have you mastered the art of using it?" The traveler's words struck a chord in Elias's heart. He realized that while he had spent his life creating tools to measure time, he had never truly valued his own. He had traded his most precious resource, time, for wealth, without understanding that time itself was the greatest wealth of all. Time and energy are the currencies of life. Unlike money, which can be earned, saved, and multiplied, time is finite. Each moment that passes is a moment you can never reclaim. Yet many people spend their time carelessly, chasing wealth while neglecting the true treasures of life: health, relationships, and personal fulfillment. Energy, too, is a form of wealth. It is the fuel that powers your actions, thoughts, and emotions. When your energy is depleted, even the greatest opportunities can slip through your fingers. Conversely, when your energy is abundant, you can accomplish more with less effort, attracting prosperity with ease. To master the wealth of time and energy, you must first become intentional about how you use them. Begin by identifying your priorities. What truly matters to you? What activities bring you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose? Allocate your time and energy to these pursuits and let go of anything that drains you without adding value to your life. Consider the story of Mira, a gardener who spent her days tending to a vast orchard. For years, she worked tirelessly, planting and harvesting without rest. One day, she realized that her trees were producing less fruit, despite her constant efforts. A wise elder explained, "Your trees need time to rest and replenish their energy, just as you do. Only then can they bear fruit abundantly." Like Mira's orchard, your life requires balance. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. When you honor your need for rest and renewal, you replenish your energy and create space for abundance to flow. Remember, time and energy are your most valuable assets. Use them wisely, and they will yield a harvest of wealth beyond measure. Chapter 12. Overcoming Fear and Doubt. In a quiet village surrounded by misty mountains, there lived a young woman named Lila who dreamed of crossing the great peaks to find the fabled Valley of Gold. Yet every time she approached the mountain path, fear gripped her heart. "What if I fail?" she would ask herself. "What if the valley doesn't exist?" Paralyzed by doubt, she remained in the village, her dream forever out of reach. One day, an old traveler passed through the village and noticed Lila's hesitation. He handed her a lantern and said, "The path may be dark, but this light will guide you. Fear is not your enemy. It is a companion on the journey. Acknowledge it, but do not let it lead." Fear and doubt are the greatest barriers to wealth and abundance. They whisper in your ear, telling you that you are not good enough, that success is impossible, or that failure is inevitable. These voices are not truths, they are illusions, born from past experiences and limiting beliefs. To overcome fear and doubt, you must first recognize them for what they are: signals that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth and transformation require you to venture into the unknown, and fear is a natural response to this uncertainty. Instead of resisting it, embrace it as a sign that you are on the right path. Consider the story of Tariq, a sailor who feared the open sea. For years, he stayed close to the shore, never venturing beyond the horizon. One day, a storm forced him to sail into deeper waters. To his surprise, he discovered a world of beauty and opportunity he had never imagined. The very thing he feared became the gateway to his greatest adventure. To move past fear and doubt, take small, courageous steps. Each step builds confidence and weakens the grip of fear. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in your potential and remind you of your strengths. Practice affirmations that reinforce your worthiness and capability, such as, "I am capable of achieving great things," or "I trust in my ability to create abundance." Remember, fear and doubt are not obstacles. They are invitations to grow. When you face them with courage and determination, you unlock the door to a life of limitless possibilities. Chapter 13. The Role of Intuition in Wealth Creation. In the heart of a dense forest, there lived a hunter named Kiran, who was known for his uncanny ability to find game even in the harshest seasons. When asked how he did it, Kiran would simply smile and say, "I listened to the whispers of the forest." While others relied on maps and tools, Kiran trusted his intuition, following the subtle signs and feelings that guided him to success. Intuition is your inner compass, a quiet voice that speaks to you through feelings, hunches, and insights. It is the bridge between your conscious mind and the infinite wisdom of the universe. When it comes to wealth creation, intuition can guide you toward opportunities, warn you of potential pitfalls, and inspire creative solutions that logic alone cannot provide. Many people ignore their intuition, dismissing it as irrational or unreliable. Yet some of the greatest successes in history have been achieved by those who trusted their inner guidance. Consider the story of Sarah, an entrepreneur who felt an inexplicable pull to invest in a small, struggling company. Despite the doubts of her advisors, she followed her intuition. Years later, that company became a global success, and Sarah's decision transformed her life. To cultivate your intuition, you must first quiet the noise of the outside world. Spend time in meditation or solitude, allowing your mind to become still. Pay attention to the subtle feelings and impressions that arise when you consider a decision. Does it feel expansive and exciting or heavy and constricting? Your body often knows the answer before your mind does. Keep a journal to record your intuitive insights and the outcomes of following them. Over time, you will learn to trust this inner guidance and recognize its unique language. Remember, intuition is not a substitute for action. It is a partner in the process. When you combine intuitive wisdom with deliberate effort, you create a powerful force for wealth and abundance. Chapter 14. Building a Legacy of Abundance. In a thriving city by the sea, there lived a merchant named Omar, who was known not only for his wealth, but for his generosity. Omar believed that true prosperity was not measured by what he accumulated, but by what he shared. He built schools, funded hospitals, and created opportunities for others to thrive. Long after his passing, his legacy continued to enrich the lives of countless people. Wealth is not just about personal gain. It is about creating a lasting impact. When you build a legacy of abundance, you ensure that your prosperity benefits not only yourself, but also your family, community, and future generations. This legacy is not limited to money. It includes the values, knowledge, and opportunities you pass on to others. To build a legacy, start by defining your purpose. What do you want your wealth to achieve? How can it create positive change in the world? Whether it's supporting a cause you care about, mentoring others, or creating a business that uplifts your community, your legacy begins with a clear intention. Consider the story of Elena, a teacher who used her modest savings to start a scholarship fund for underprivileged students. Over the years, her fund grew, and countless young people were able to pursue their dreams because of her generosity. Elena's legacy was not in the amount of money she gave, but in the lives she transformed. Building a legacy also requires planning. Create a financial plan that aligns with your long-term goals and seek advice from experts who can help you maximize your impact. Remember, your legacy is not just about what you leave behind. It is about how you live today. Every act of kindness, every opportunity you create, and every value you uphold contributes to the legacy you are building. Chapter 15. The Spiritual Side of Wealth. In a quiet monastery atop a mountain, a monk named Ananda spent his days in meditation and service. Though he owned nothing, he was known as the wealthiest man in the land. When asked about his wealth, Ananda would smile and say, "True wealth is not in what you possess, but in the peace and joy that fill your heart." Wealth is not just a material concept. It is a spiritual journey. At its core, abundance is a reflection of your connection to the divine source of all creation. When you align with this source, you realize that wealth is not something you acquire, but something you embody. The spiritual side of wealth begins with gratitude, trust, and a sense of purpose. It is about using your resources to serve a higher good, whether that means supporting others, pursuing your passions, or contributing to the world in meaningful ways. True wealth is not measured by the size of your bank account, but by the richness of your experiences, relationships, and inner peace. To cultivate spiritual wealth, practice mindfulness and meditation. Connect with the present moment and recognize the abundance that already exists in your life. Trust that the universe is always providing for you, even when the path is unclear. When you approach wealth as a spiritual practice, you transform it into a tool for growth, joy, and fulfillment. Chapter 16, The Path to Wealth. Actionable steps to unlock abundance. As you've journeyed through these chapters, you've uncovered the timeless principles of magnetic wealth, the hidden laws of abundance, and the spiritual truths that govern prosperity. But knowledge alone is not enough. True transformation comes from action. This final chapter is your guide to putting these principles into practice, step by step, so you can unlock the flow of abundance in your life. Wealth is not a destination, it is a journey. Each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life of prosperity you desire. Let this chapter be your roadmap, filled with practical steps to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the frequency of wealth. Step 1. Clarify your vision of wealth. Wealth means different things to different people. For some, it's financial freedom. For others, it's time, health, or the ability to give back. To attract wealth, you must first define what it means to you. Take 15 minutes to write down your vision of wealth. Be specific. What does your ideal life look like? How much money do you need to live it? What kind of experiences, relationships, and opportunities do you want to create? Create a vision board or a digital collage that represents your ideal life. Include images, words, and symbols that inspire you. Place it somewhere you'll see daily to keep your vision alive. Step 2. Reprogram your beliefs about money. Your beliefs about money shape your financial reality. If you hold limiting beliefs, such as money is hard to come by or I don't deserve wealth, you will unconsciously block abundance. To attract wealth, you must replace these beliefs with empowering ones. Identify 3 limiting beliefs you hold about money. Write them down. For each belief, create a positive affirmation. For example, replace money is hard to come by with money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially in the morning and before bed. Practice gratitude for the money you already have, no matter how small. Each time you spend or receive money, say, "Thank you for this abundance." Step 3. Align your emotions with abundance. Your emotions are the fuel that powers your magnetic field. To attract wealth, you must feel abundant, even before it manifests in your life. This requires shifting from fear and lack to gratitude and joy. Start a daily gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Focus on the abundance already present in your life, such as your health, relationships, or opportunities. Practice visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living your ideal life. Feel the emotions of joy, freedom, and gratitude as if it's already real. Engage all your senses, see, hear, and feel the abundance around you. When fear or doubt arises, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Remind yourself that abundance is your natural state and that the universe is always working in your favor. Wealth is not attracted by thoughts and feelings alone. It requires action, but not just any action. Inspired action is aligned with your vision and guided by your intuition. It feels natural, exciting, and purposeful. Break your vision into small, actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to start a business, your first step might be researching your market or creating a business plan. Set aside time each day to work toward your goals, even if it's just 15 minutes. Consistency is key. Listen to your intuition. If you feel a nudge to explore a new opportunity, reach out to someone, or take a leap of faith, trust it. Intuition often leads you to the next step on your path to abundance. Step 5. Master the art of giving and receiving. Wealth flows in a cycle of giving and receiving. To attract abundance, you must give freely and receive graciously. This keeps the energy of wealth in motion. Commit to giving something each week, whether it's money, time, or kindness. Give without expectation, knowing that the act itself creates space for more abundance to flow into your life. Practice receiving with gratitude. When someone offers you a gift, compliment, or opportunity, accept it with a heartfelt thank you. Recognize that you are worthy of receiving. Donate a small percentage of your income to a cause you care about. This act of generosity reinforces your trust in the universe's infinite supply. Step 6. Cultivate patience and trust. Wealth does not always appear overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and trust in the process. When you align with abundance, the universe works behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. Practice mindfulness to stay present and grounded. When you feel impatient or discouraged, take a moment to breathe deeply and remind yourself that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Celebrate small wins along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a sign that you are moving closer to your goals. Trust the process. Repeat the affirmation. I trust that the universe is bringing me everything I need at the perfect time. Step 7. Surround yourself with abundance. The people, environments, and influences in your life shape your energy. To attract wealth, you must surround yourself with abundance in all its forms. Spend time with people who inspire and uplift you. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that align with your vision of abundance. Declutter your physical space. Remove anything that no longer serves you and create an environment that feels abundant and inviting. Consume content that reinforces abundance. Read books, listen to podcasts, and watch videos that inspire and educate you about wealth creation. Step 8. Reflect and adjust. Wealth creation is a dynamic process. As you grow and evolve, your goals and strategies may change. Regular reflection allows you to stay aligned with your vision and make adjustments as needed. Set aside time each month to review your progress. Ask yourself, what's working? What's not? What can I do differently? Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Gratitude for your progress keeps you motivated and aligned with abundance. Stay open to new opportunities and ideas. The universe often delivers wealth in unexpected ways. The journey to wealth and abundance begins with a single step. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to start. Each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you desire. Trust in the process, stay consistent, and remember that abundance is your natural state. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you attract by becoming the person who is ready to receive it. You already have everything you need within you. Now is the time to take action, align with abundance, and unlock the flow of prosperity in your life. The path to wealth is yours to walk. Take the first step today and watch as the universe responds to your commitment with opportunities, resources, and blessings beyond your imagination. The path to wealth is yours to walk. Take the first step today and watch as the universe responds to your commitment with opportunities, resources, and blessings beyond your imagination.